I'm going to tell you something sportsbooks absolutely don't want you to know. Here's the hard truth about sports betting. 95% of bettors end up losing money long term. And look, it's not because they don't know sports. It's because they're picking bets based on gut feeling or a hot take, or they just want to bet their favorite team. They're doing that instead of finding bets where the math is actually on their side. Today, I'm going to show you a tool that completely flips that script. You know, every sports book sets their own lines, and the big consumer-facing books, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, etc., they're designed around one thing, and that is attracting volume, attracting recreational bettors. The lines will move based on public money. They'll run promotions. They're often slow to adjust when a line is off. Meanwhile, there's a whole other side of the betting market that most people don't know about: betting exchanges. These are peer-to-peer platforms where you're not betting against the house. There is no house. You're betting against other people. And because of that, there are no limits. There are no max bet sizes. The people who show up and put serious money into these markets are professionals. Sometimes they're syndicates, they're trading firms, sophisticated market makers who've done the math and are backing their numbers with real money. That's where the smart money tool at RotoWire comes in. So the idea behind smart money is pretty straightforward. Professional bettors, they've already figured out what a line should be. They priced it, they backed it with bets at the exchanges, and there's a record of exactly what they did and exactly how much they put into a given market. Some of these softer sports books, the big consumer-facing books, they often haven't caught up to what that pricing is yet, so their line is still sitting somewhere it shouldn't be for a given game or a given prop. And the gap between what the sharp market says a line is worth and what the soft book is actually offering, that's what you're looking to exploit. The smart money tool on RotoWire identifies those gaps in real time across every sport, every market, and surfaces the best opportunities for you to bet pretty much automatically. Essentially, what you're doing is you're tailing professional bettors, but with full transparency into exactly what they did and why the signal that we're identifying is credible. RotoWire's smart money tool identifies those gaps in real time across every sport, every market, and shows you the best opportunities that you could bet automatically. Essentially, what you're doing at the end of the day is just tailing these professional bettors, but you're doing it with full transparency into exactly what they did and why their money is credible. Now, here's a question you should absolutely be asking right now. How do I know the money you're showing me on smart money is actually sharp? How do I know these are professional bettors? It comes back to how these exchanges work. Because there are no limits at the exchanges, the people who consistently put large amounts of money behind specific prices are almost by definition professionals. A recreational bettor isn't going to be putting $5,000, $10,000 behind a single line at a precise price point. But a syndicate, a trading firm, at the very least, someone with information or confidence to fire in four figures on an NBA prop, those are the ones doing that. I'll be honest, there is some trust required here. Any bet can win or lose. Just because somebody out there is willing to bet more than you ever would doesn't make it more inherently likely that a bet hits. But sharp money shows you where bettors with high confidence are putting their money. No one's throwing away $6,000 on an NBA side that they don't feel like they have a significant edge on. If you're using the smart money tool, that's where the staked number comes in. When you see thousands of dollars staked on a line at a specific price, you're looking at essentially a record of what sharp bettors were willing to accept. It's not an estimate or a model. It's actual money that actual bettors put down. The stake distribution breakdown inside each bet makes this even more concrete, showing you exactly what prices they accepted, how much they put at each price point. So when smart money says the sharp market priced a line at plus 210 and your sportsbook is sitting at plus 235, that's a real gap. It's documented and it represents a genuine inefficiency. Let's walk you through exactly what you're looking at when you open the smart money tool on RotoWire. Every play gets a score ranked from 0 to 100. Think of it as a confidence rating on the strength of the signal we're showing you. So the higher the number, the stronger that signal. Then you've got 3 indicators on every play. You'll see the word staked. That's the dollar amount that sharp bettors put down over at the exchanges. This is your quality filter, essentially. More money means there's a more confident liquid market behind that number. So if we take a look at this Boston Celtics money line play, you'll see we have 15,000 in liquidity or 15K staked on this play. Now, one thing to note, and this could be a little confusing if you're just starting out with smart money, is that the stake distribution, it does appear to be a little backwards. So you'll see below that the smart money price is minus 169. You can get it slightly shorter at minus 167, but the stake distribution shows up at plus 167 to plus 173. That's because at these peer-to-peer exchanges, the sharps are posting liquidity on the other side. In this case, the plus money side. So they're basically baiting other people into taking the other side of the bet, which in this case would be the Hornets money line, because they want the Boston Celtics. So The sharps aren't getting crazy plus money here. They're posting liquidity at plus 167, plus 170, whatever it might be, to get their bet in on the other side, minus 167, minus 170. They want to get that bet filled. You'll see the term edge on smart money. This is the profit margin advantage you have over what smart money bettors ended up accepting on average. So usually this will be a small number, often under 1%, but smart money scans every betting outlet in the market to ensure you're getting the best price. The higher the edge, the better the price you're getting relative to the market. The chance is simply the estimated win probability based on smart money pricing. And we translate that into plain language for you. So if you see, in this case, a 62.8% chance that a bet cashes, that's how often you should expect to win that bet based on smart money's breakdown of the pricing and the market. The workflow is pretty simple. You load in your preferred sportsbooks into the tool, you sort by score, you pay attention to how much is staked, and you start placing bets. Once you get a feel for it, you can move through a lot of plays pretty quickly. And the best part is you can link the smart money tool directly with your sportsbooks. You just click the bet button, you're brought right to the sportsbook. You're not sorting through, you're not searching for the play. It pops up, you can bet it right there on your sportsbook. Now, one thing we have to be straight about here, you're going to have variance. Losing days are going to happen. Losing stretches are going to happen. That's just part of betting with an edge. The edge doesn't guarantee you by any means that you're going to win every bet. It just means you're on the right side of the math over time. This is a volume game. It's a long-term play. You're not going to go in, place 3 to 5 bets over the course of a couple of days, and then decide whether or not the tool works for you. You need to get a real sample. We're talking hundreds of bets over weeks, over months, before you judge your results. The edge you're getting with smart money, it compounds over time. That's really how this thing works. This isn't a get rich in a week type of tool. It's actually quite the opposite. These are particularly good times to jump in with smart money. You got games every single day. You got deep player prop markets. You got plenty of soft book pricing errors out there. So if you want to see more, go check out the smart money tool on RotoWire.com. We really think you're going to like it. Use our code YouTube15. You get 15% off any of our subscription plans at RotoWire.com. You can find all the info you need in the description of this video below.